when the market's going up, people will trade their money for time. So if you've ever bought a first-class ticket, if you've ever gotten on the express line at Disney World, you pay a little bit more, so you skip the lines. You have traded your money for convenience or your money for time. Okay? We're in winter now. People have all kinds of time. As a matter of fact, half the people that lost their jobs in 2008 haven't found a new one. So they will do anything to be put to work. Case in point, smartphones. Who has a smartphone? Who's the holdout and still has a flip phone? There's always one. Get it up there. There's always one. That's the smartest phone in the room. A smartphone is the dumbest thing I've ever seen in my life. It takes on average 8 commands for you to just get to the phone to make a call. But you think it's the coolest thing. You're like, watch this. I swipe. Then I put in my code. Then I hit the icon. Then I get to the phone. And I can't remember phone numbers anymore. So I've got to swipe, 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 go to my contact, hit the button. Which one do I want? Now I'm ready to make a call. Aren't I smart? Just tell Siri what to do. It gets better and better, right? So the point is that when we want what we don't have, or we want what we can't have. So a lot of the companies now, a lot of buying habits are changing where the consumer wants to participate in the sale. They want to go to the auto dealer website and customize their car. They want to go to that. They want to go and be scanned so their clothes can be customized to their fit. They don't just walk because they have time now. In fall, you don't have time. Oh, those look good. I'll take all 3. I'll send back the ones that I don't want. Not now. No, 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 no. I got time. Fit me now. Okay. So people want to participate. When they want a deal, they want things bundled in. Okay? Now, the number one strategy for surviving a winter is to create a community. There's safety in numbers. We'll get into that in a moment. When the market is going sideways, you need to offer something for free. You need to offer your core competency for free. In other words, people need to experience the result of your business before they pay for it or they take the full risk of it. Right, so you've seen it on infomercials now. You can get this product for just $1. You get your $1 trial month. We won't, if you send it back within a month, we won't even charge your credit card. You heard of those before? If it goes past 30 days and you don't send it back, then we'll assume you want it and we'll charge your card. General Motors and Chrysler both had 2 very successful campaigns in the last 2 years. Chrysler, it was the 60-day handshake. Take the car, drive it for 60 days, bring it back, no questions asked, you get your money back if you don't like it. General Motors did something similar. They had something called the 90-day love it or return it or something like that. Right? After 90 days, if you don't like it, you get your money back. And most of us know the answer to this question. You buy a brand new car, you drive it off the lot. The moment it hits the road, what percentage of its value has dropped? Like 20 to 30%. Yeah. That day, the moment you drive across the curb and get on the main road. We know that, so you figure they must know that. Why would they give you a car knowing if you actually bring it back, which they have to honor, that you have a car that's now worth 20% less? And that's any car on the lot. So they're losing $6,000, $8,000, $10,000. Why would they do something like that? Because they have to. And because that's the way you buy now. Yeah. Right. And they also know it's the puppy dog close. Take the puppy for the weekend. If you don't like the puppy, then bring it back. Who falls in love with the puppy, by the way? The parents. Right? The kids want it. Oh, mommy, daddy, let's get the puppy. Well, parents are parents, and they like to parent, and that's why they had kids. So now that you give them a puppy, and they're like, well, I can't take this thing back. And then the next thing you know, the kid is off doing something else, and there I am walking the dog. How did this work out? You know, how did I get roped into this? Okay. Well, you have to have a free model. Now, everyone here in this room can create all 3 of these, and I'm suggesting to you today that you create all 3. You don't just pick one. You have all 3 ready to go. And I would like for you today, for the rest of the day today, to think of your business no longer as your business. Think of your business as a restaurant. Okay? Restaurants have a 99.9% close ratio. How often do you walk into a restaurant, change your mind, and leave and don't buy anything? Happens now and again, but it's rather rare. What do restaurants do? They put the menu right there. On the outside a window, you walk up and you're like, okay, I see something for every appetite, and I see a price for every budget we're in. Same idea for your business. Have something for every appetite, have something for every budget. Okay? And we're going to talk about premium services in a moment. I'm not asking you to drop your prices, and I'm not asking you necessarily to change your, dilute what you do. But you do need to give your consumers choice, because that's what they're after. The more you put them to work, the more they will want to work for you or with you. You get that? Oh, no, let's just make it really easy. I don't want that. I'm unemployed. I need a mission in life. If I can't get a job, I'm sure as heck going to participate in something I buy. So don't make it easy on me. Actually make it harder on me. Just let me participate, though. Let me have choice. Put me to work. Okay? It sounds counterintuitive, but think about it. Now you can go to the Apple Store and pick out the various iPhone 5, SC, whatever, that's got a different color. Right? You can now customize. You can go on the Motorola website and choose your Droid. To me, I'm like, God, it's a phone. Just ship me one. Right? No. I've got to go on and have it say, "Hi, Carl," when I log on. Right? And yet, that's part of the differentiator that a lot of companies are using right now. Any questions on the seasons before we go forward? Okay.
It's cyclical, I assume. After winter, we go do it again?
Will be the next spring. Okay, so now here's the challenge with every winter. The reason why we have a winter, so by the way, did I mention winter's 2005 to anticipated to 23, right? Here's why, if you're thinking like, well, winter sounds stupid. Why would we do winter when everything's going so well? Winter is kind of like the holiday season. What happens between Thanksgiving and New Year's Eve to about 12 midnight, 5 minutes after? What happens during that time? We get fat. Why do we get fat? We get drunk. What do we do a lot of? A lot more than we normally do.
Spend money.
Spend money. Party. Eat. Drink. Right? We're festive. Now, wouldn't that be cool? Why don't we just do that all year long? That's such a great time. We get depressed, right? Like, oh my God. Ball drops and we're like, oh, my life sucks. My business is horrible. And now you start reading about it. But what happens during that time is we have a hangover, right? We say, oh, I'll never eat again. Oh, I'm just going to party tonight, but tomorrow, new me, right? And so you'll make all these deals with the devil, so you can make the deal with your God the next day, right? All right, devil, it's you and I for 2 months, and then I got to go back to my regular scheduled program. Well, what happens is we get the hangover, and we say, you know what, I'm not going to eat as much, I'm not going to party as much, I'm way out of my routines, I've got to get back to where things were before. And then you realize once the party's over, the pendulum swings to the other side. And then you have to find your balance again. Well, same thing that happens to you individually happens on a global scale. What happens micro enough becomes macro. So while you're finding your balance, so does the whole economy finds their balance. And it just takes some time. We're happy, we're sad, we're happy, we're sad, we're happy, we're middle, we're sideways, we're up, we're down. And at some point you say, all right, enough of this roller coaster. I want to be happy, just happy. And then spring comes along. But we will have our some sort of conflict. We will just be sick and tired of fighting, and then we'll say, enough. Let's have some peace for a while. And that'll last about 20 years. We'll get bored of that, and then we'll go to summer. We'll get bored of that. We'll go to fall. We'll get bored of that, and then we'll go to the next. 500 years without a hitch. Okay? So it's all been in that book. If you take the time to get the book, they've predicted pretty right on what's going on right now. And this was 17 years ago when it was written.